Hey, what's happening? This is Cleveland Lefifi with my third install. I got to thank definitely Motell Granite and Kold Krown for allowing me to have an opportunity to display my skills and to bring this third edition 4Lovers Only. And I got a call or a message or something, a letter from a guy named Bob that's in Tennessee. And Bob wanted to know, well, what do you do when the woman that you're with or whatever wants more from you than what you want? I pondered on this for a few minutes because I haven't experienced that. But I like to say before I really get going is that I'm going to play King Samuel poem in Godstalker and the Public Razor. I'm thankful for that. I have a beautiful wife and I have 3 children, and we're now expecting another child. So I want to say I love you to my 3 kids and for our expected child that's coming soon. So, sweetie, I love you, and the kids, I love you. I'm a happily married man, and I'm honored to do this for people who want to be in this position, in this 4Lovers Only zone, staying in this realm. But from like what he said, if it's a woman that you are really not attracted to, and inside of his letter he had unattractive, so I'll use the word unattractive. You establish a relationship with her, but she wants more than what you want. So the first thing to do, Bob in Tennessee, is to go to the throne of grace and worship God and start saying your prayers and praising God first. And then I would take a deep breath and I would evaluate my contribution to the situation. And I would take accountability myself for what I have done to put myself in such a position. And being the king of the situation, the king of the orchestra, I will hold myself accountable for why communication has broken down somewhere. And almost like somebody who does basket weaving, you need to fix it. You need to sit down with this person and have dialogue with them and tell them where you're at, how you feel, and all of this. Because if you don't do this, then you are potentially setting yourself up for something worse. Her feeling emotionally devastated, and that could be detrimental to you from a health standpoint. Or if she's gotten so deep into you that she called herself boxing the other men out, even though she knows that she has a lot of attention coming to her, regardless of whether she's unattractive or not. So unattractive and attractive women alike get a ton of attention, and there's nothing you can do about that. So if she's not all about you, then she'll probably still entertain that attention because they seem to love it. So if you're not the man of her dreams, and you got to remember also, they've had tons of relationships. They've been involved with a lot of men, probably. So with this being a reality, you're just one more pea in the pod. And I'm not saying that to try to make you feel bad, sir, but Mr. Bob, but it's actually just true. You'll be very fortunate, I imagine, if you felt like, you was married like I am to a beautiful woman that loves me, and we're on a beautiful level where spirituality is our base, and I'm providing a ton of things for her, and she's providing a ton of things for me And we're everything that we desire in the opposite sex. So I'm happy. And that's why it's easy to talk about when somebody is off of their rocker or their pendulum is swinging in the wrong direction. And so I'm just telling you because I got love for you. And this is for lovers only, a zone, an area that's chopped off, a block segment that mighty Motell Granite and the whole Kold Krown organization has allowed me to, I definitely gotta say, super bang. Now, they know what that means. But anyway, to my beautiful wife and 3 beautiful children and our child that we're expecting, I want to say that I love y'all. And Bob, again, to close this segment off, to make sure that you know that you haven't been forsaken or kicked out. If you can help it, maybe you don't want to get in a relationship with an ugly woman. Now, if you have a one-track mind and you had the thoughts of just, practicing sexual activities or whatever until you can find something better, now you find yourself up the creek or whatever, and you're going to have to deal with this. If you don't calm her down or get her understanding where you're coming from, you're going to have some major problems, almost like a pipe leak in your basement or something like that. You are in a world of trouble. So I would talk to her. Don't do what women do, and like they'll block you or they won't communicate with you. They'll short circuit you. That's how they choose to do it. So don't be like that. That's childish and immature. So what you want to do is you want to sit down, maybe take her to dinner, something like that. Talk to her, and kind of go from there, and see if you can explain to her exactly how you feel. And if the calm approach doesn't work, then the rough and rugged and brutal perspective needs to come out. But one thing you cannot do is corner yourself and allow yourself to be closed in a situation that you don't want. Especially if you feel personally, Bob, from Tennessee, that she's not attractive. And that may be your fault, mostly, if not all the way, because you entertained it. So, Bob from Tennessee, don't talk to unattractive women unless you are on the same page with them. Only shoot for the stars or whatever you feel like is the stars for you and go from there. Or you could just do what I did from the very beginning, is concentrate on your craft, do what you need to do, pump out your productivity, and let the chips fall where they may. And God brings the woman into the scenario and the situation that is from the desires of your heart, and you go from there. One thing's for sure and 2 things for certain, you can't force stuff. Anything forced in this world will not work. So that is a lesson for you, Bob from Tennessee. Take a chill pill and relax out a little bit. Get focused on your grind, on what you need to be doing, and let the chips fall where they may. But, in between time, if you want to have dialogue with women or conversate, you need to find some attractive ones to try to talk to. But I want you to know at the end of the day, it's really not about any of that. It's really about getting yourself established in the spirit of God. And when you do such a thing, it falls into line. So this is Cleveland Lefifi, and shout out to my family, and big shout out to Super Bang, and this is my 3rd install for Lovers Only, and I appreciate each one of you guys for tuning in. And I didn't say this on any of the other 2 before, but subscribe, which is the red button that you can click, the red word that you can click. If you can't click and subscribe, then fill out the information and then you'll become a subscriber, and then you too can receive notification whenever videos are done for the Kold Krown Network. Click the thumbs up symbol or either the thumbs down if you choose to add extra value. If you scroll from the bottom, from the top, all the way down to the bottom, you'll see a segment where you could comment, and then you can comment on that, add questions or comments, or say something that's on your mind or what you want to share to spark dialogue. I will then in turn probably put it back on air, put it back out here for the people to get a chance to experience it, because it could be one person that's listening to this network that needs that information. So if they was hanging off of a cliff, then my objective is to reach down and try to save them. So once again, this is Cleveland Lefifi. To my family, I love y'all. To my fans and everybody that's subscribers, that comment, that click on the like buttons or whatever, I'm with y'all. So let's keep this thing moving and see what we can do. All right.